So, the topic for today is healing the secret hurt, blocking our relationships. We're just going live on YouTube. Just give me a moment. So, there we go. Okay. All right. Some years back, I had a friend who shared with me how she had a kind of a breakup in her marriage. And she very vividly described how she was once changing clothes in front of her husband. And husband gave a good glance at her body and said, "Your body is no longer what it used to be, right? These two pregnancies have taken a toll on your body and you've lost that shape." Husband said, perhaps out of a lot of compassion, but it was very traumatic for the woman and her ego as a woman. She immediately cut off from her husband. Not that she divorced, but she completely got into a drive to prove that she's still a desirable woman. The first thing she did is she attracted a much younger guy to love her crazily. And she shifted out of the house. She rented out another place. And they continued their relationships, being friends, being parents, but not intimate. A small little sentence said with compassion could be misconstrued, and it can become such a big hurt in a relationship that the relationship could never be repaired. It's been almost 20 years. They're living like strangers and completely disconnected. However, when I interact with both of them, I know there's a lot of love. However, they wouldn't really take a chance again. What if there can be a hurt again? What if I have to face rejection? I might as well reject before I can be rejected. That was perhaps the defense mechanism. Anyway, this friend of mine never, nor did she ask for the advice. And she's not the only one. We have so many people who are hurt in their relationships and they stop talking for years. And even if they talk, there's a kind of a wall, which is like an invisible wall, and they completely feel disconnected. I'm sure you can relate to what I'm saying. Unfortunately, most people never even sit down and discuss what really bothered them or hurt them because they're so scared of getting hurt again that the conversation never happens. And we spend the lifetime remaining distanced in close relationships. They remain on paper, they remain blood relationships. They remain beautiful acquaintances, but like strangers living together at times, or just disconnected forever. If you have been hurt, it's time to first heal that hurt and proactively initiate a dialogue. Because it's not worth wasting a lifetime, wasting a beautiful relationship with just one statement, one hurt, one incident, one comment, or sometimes nothing has happened. Somebody has said something, adding their own stories. And it may not be even truth. but you distance yourself. Why would you do that to yourself? And why would you allow that in your space? The way to go about it is to first emotionally heal. Heal to a point where you feel completely neutral. And when you feel neutral, you'll be able to see through the whole story. Or at least you will be prepared to have a conversation and a dialogue with them. And when you have that, you'll be able to understand the other's point of view, their state of mind in that moment. And you'll be able to rise much beyond all the stories, give perhaps a benefit of doubt, and bridge the gap. If you're on the other side, where you've said something you don't even know, and somebody's hurting, maybe you can take help of Radical and understand them and open up to the possibility of understanding their point of view. If they're severely scarred for the reasons beyond you, it would be a good idea to honor that distance they have created for some time and being very sure that you do not add further insults knowingly, unknowingly, deliberately, or accidentally. Be careful and make sure that the conversations are really absolutely harmless as much as possible, and genuinely keep praying that they heal themselves and eventually understand your stand, your position, and your intent. The worst mistake that we do is we involve the third person to communicate. And when they communicate, they add their own stories. And at times, they worsen the matter. Be peaceful, be patient, and allow people time to heal. A lot of time when people stop talking, it is because they don't want to get hurt again. And they're already hurting. A lot of time when people turn stone cold, it's because they are just being defensive. Radical can help you in understanding how you could have hurt others and definitely go through radical insights and work around. Probably you will be able to see their point of view. However, if you're at the receiving end and if you have been hurt, the matter is relatively simpler. How? Let's have a small demo. And meanwhile, if there is any question, let's address that. Yes, SD. Yeah. Please ask the question. You'll have to unmute just a sec. I'll give you permission to do that. Yeah, you'll be able to unmute now.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, tell me.
So I have a question. How do you differentiate between whether you're feeling indifferent or to a person, or you're numb, or you're neutral? Because I'm going through two, three situations where one with a very close school friend, in my friends basically, where some things have gone wrong and we're not on talking terms. Usually I would always take an initiative to talk, but I don't feel the need. So I feel I'm indifferent. So, I mean, it doesn't affect me. I don't bother to talk to them or take the initiative, which I would have always done. I wouldn't have let my friends like go so easily. But I don't feel anything. So I don't feel the need also to approach. So I don't know whether this is neutrality or indifference.
At what point did you kind of distance yourself, if at all you
So
distanced?
mm, something went like some miscommunication or a simple thing between friends, kind of a thing, and I would have usually cleared it out by saying my side of thing or at least taking the initiative. But I did not bother. I let them be with their misunderstanding. And I was like, मुझे मेहनत ही नहीं करना है to clear it out. I was like, forget it. L- मैं नहीं कर रही हूँ मेहनत. I'm not putting in the work this time. And I let it be. So of course things got prolonged because people are used to me always coming forward. So now they are like, you have changed. You are not sensitive anymore. Or how you used to like, and I'm like, मुझे effort करना ही नहीं है इस बार. So
Okay. Okay, let me explain to you. Now, maybe the words are slightly different. The difference between detachment and indifference. Okay. I'm just asking you a question, Shweta. Um, suppose if you see her uh, in front of you falling down or having a severe accident, what would you do?
of course help. मतलब
Uh,
run to help.
you're not indifferent to her.
Hmm.
Okay. Had you been indifferent, it would be like bhaad mein jaye.
Oh no, no.
Got it? So it's not indifferent. Now the question is it numb? Like benumbed feeling, like it.
Hmm.
Numb is like you have the emotions, but you want to suppress and feel nothing. That can happen if there is a lot of pain. So if you do a little R5 and work with yourself, then if still some emotions come out, you know that you've been benumbing your emotions. Okay. And the third possibility is detachment that I see happening with a lot of people when they start healing themselves and spiritually growing because they don't want to participate in a drama. Okay.
So
Now,
it's fine to let it be.
yeah. So sometimes you feel, okay, fine, there are enough dramas and it's stupid to get into this drama. So let them come around as and when they come around, we'll see. And so you're not kind of not, I don't care. But you do not want to engage in the drama because the consciousness is raised. The dramas that you initiated at lower chakra levels no longer interests you. And you kind of get detached and you move on. Yeah. So if that is the case, probably it is detachment at some
So I'll
level.
tell you now the feeling is if they ask me to meet, I am ready to meet, but I am not going to take like not make an effort from my side. I am ready to connect again.
Probably it's more of a detachment out of awareness that it's okay. ठीक है.
Okay. I just wanted to know I'm not suppressing or anything that.
That you would only know, like I cannot sit in judgment and tell you, but I'm just basically telling you, you would only know when you do a little bit of inner work. When the external layers go, the deeper feelings come up. If that is the case, you have to see for yourself. If you want, we can address that right now.
Yeah, we can.
We can? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have to give initiative, I mean, name of that person, just initiative or just one letter is enough.
No, no. The person's name is Deval and he's been my school friend since third standard.
Okay. You want to say it on social media? Okay, they will.
It's okay.
So awesome, no problem. So say I revive Deval. I recognize Deval. I realign Deval. I reorient Deval. I reposition Deval. I revive Deval. I recognize Deval. You're repeating, right? I realign Deval. I reorient Deval. I reposition Deval. Please do that with your loved ones if you've been hurt by anyone. So repeat after me. And you can use your own name instead of Deval. I revive Deval. I recognize they will. I realign they will. I reorient they will. I reposition they will. Any thought, any feeling? Shweta.
Yeah. Just a little, maybe a little guilt of
Okay. I revive my guilt. I recognize my guilt.
recognizing
I realign my guilt.
my guilt,
I reorient my guilt.
my guilt,
I reposition my guilt.
I reposition my guilt,
Continue. I revive my guilt.
I recognize my guilt,
I realign my guilt.
I reorient my guilt,
I reposition my guilt. I revive the reasons for my guilt.
the reasons for my guilt,
I recognize the reasons for my guilt.
my guilt,
I realize the reasons for my guilt.
I reorient
I reorient the reasons for my guilt.
I reposition the reason for my guilt.
I reposition the reasons for my guilt. I revive the reasons for my guilt. I recognize the reasons for my guilt.
The reason for
I realign the reasons for my guilt.
I realign the reason for my guilt.
I reorient the reasons for my guilt.
I reorient the reason for my guilt.
I reposition the reasons for my guilt.
The reasons for my guilt.
What's that cough for?
The thought that crossed is that it's the feeling that I am not able to give what my friends or near ones are expecting because I feel a change. I don't want to get into it, but they are still not used to the new me. So they keep on saying that you have changed.
Yeah. So I revive my guilt of changing. Can we say that?
Revive my guilt of change.
Only if that resonates.
I want to work more on how can I be accepted the newer me without any trouble.
Awesome. I revive my unawareness.
Revive my unawareness.
I recognize my unawareness.
Unawareness.
I realign my unawareness.
Unawareness.
I reorient my unawareness.
I reorient my unawareness.
I reposition my unawareness. Continue.
I reposition my unawareness. I revive my unawareness. Recognize my unawareness. Realign my unawareness. My unawareness. I reposition my unawareness. My unawareness. I revive my unawareness. I recognize my unawareness. I realign my unawareness. I reorient my unawareness. I reposition my unawareness. I revive my unawareness. I reorient my unawareness. I reorient my unawareness. I reposition my unawareness. I revive awareness. I recognize my unawareness. Position my unawareness. Revive.
Let me know whenever there are any thoughts or any vision.
I think I just have to stop feeling guilty and I have to stop feeling the burden that I need to fit in or go back to the old me.
Okay. So, how do you stop feeling guilty and stop feeling burdened? What is burdening you?
To to play the double role, like just to please somebody, I can't go back to what I used to be because I can see myself how I used to be, and I don't want to be that.
Okay.
I don't want to go back to those old patterns of the way I used to react, the way I was impulsive and I was over possessive. I don't want to go back. I can see that as a separate me. But just to please somebody, I can't go back because that is how they know me.
Yeah. Uh, okay, continue. You're coming to the point.
It's all.
I saw my,
No, I think I have to accept that part of me. That was me only. It is not a separate me. So
correct.
maybe I just need to accept that part and then maybe they'll also accept it eventually. The change and the old me.
That's so beautiful because people accept you if you totally accept yourself. So what do you need to accept?
That there is no two me. It is not, I don't need to go back to somebody. I am me only, no? So that is also part of me only. So
Yeah. I saw my acceptance of the integrated me.
integrated me. I
I
dissolved.
sorry, I revive my acceptance of the integrated me.
I revived the acceptance of the integrated me. I
I
recognize
recognize
the acceptance of the integrated me. I realign the acceptance of the integrated me. Reorient the acceptance of
accept
the integrated me. And I
and
reposition the
reposition the acceptance of the
acceptance of the
integrated.
integrated me. Acceptance of the integrated me.
I revive the acceptance of the integrated me.
I revive the acceptance of the integrated me. I realign the acceptance of the integrated me. I reorient the acceptance of the integrated me. Reorient the acceptance of the integrated me. Reposition the acceptance of the integrated me. Yeah, I think I get it. I am different. I don't need to be different personalities at different place. All is a part of me only. I revive the acceptance of the integrated me. I recognize the acceptance of the integrated me. Reorient the acceptance of the integrated. I revive the acceptance of the integrated me. Recognize the acceptance of the integrated me. I realign the acceptance of the integrated me. Reposition the acceptance of the integrated me. The acceptance of the integrated me. I realign the acceptance of the integrated me. I realign the acceptance
And
of
reposition the acceptance of the
the
integrated me.
integrated me.
People who are wondering what is the revive recognize, this is taught in Spiritual Solution Level 1, or it's mentioned in Radical Crystalline Mind book. You can just refer to the book and learn on your own. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so now I just need to get back a lot of personalities of me because I'm different at different places. So to fulfill each, wherever I go to get into that role every time with different people, I think that is causing the burden. I think different at work, different with different set of friends, different with
Okay, let's just do this quick one. I revive this burden.
revive this burden.
I
I
recognize this
recognize
burden.
this burden. I realign this burden. I reorient this burden. I reposition this burden. I revive this burden. I realign this burden. I recognize this burden. I realign this burden. I reorient this burden. And I reposition this burden. I revive this burden. Realign this body. Reorient this body. Reposition this burden. Burden. Like, align this burden. This burden. Reposition this burden.
Yes, what's happening?
It's just that in the past, to fit in, I have created so many personalities. So now I think acceptance of what I am. No need to fit in. I mean, I'll fit in eventually if I'm myself. So,
Okay. So just a quick note, which you would have eventually realized, but since the program is ending, I'm just summing it up for you. Okay. There's nothing wrong in playing different roles in different people's life, but if you play it out of defense, it's going to be burdensome and tiring. You know, the defense against rejection, just to fit in, as you said. But if you do that out of love for them, okay, just because they like to see you that way, you might just still do effortlessly and it won't be a burden to you.
okay. So that I don't get rejected. Yeah. So I created it at that time to not get rejected. Yeah.
Yeah. But now you can continue, not because you've risen, now you've risen beyond the fear of being rejected. Okay. However, how about others feeling rejected? Okay, forget about that also. Uh, you can simply just play because life itself is a big drama, okay? And we are indeed different in different people's roles in life, right? What I am in front of the Zoom camera is little different and quite different compared to what I would be with my mom and dad and with my children, right?
Hmm.
But I do that with love. Now, not out of fear.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's nice to be that little daughter to my parents because they still like to find fault with me and give me advice and prove that I'm still a silly and stupid one. And it's okay. I like it that way. And they like it that way too. We have that equations because for them, I haven't grown up yet. Okay. And with my children, it's a little different. You know, we have different equations. They like to be very upfront and talk what they want to talk without even worrying about rejections because they know that they're not going to be rejected. It's a blood relationship. I've made it very clear that nothing can change our equations. I mean, it's taken for this life, you know. So they're much more relaxed and they can just be upfront at times, most of the time, right? So, and I love it because very few people are so upfront with me. So it's nice. With school friends, it's completely different because they had loved and accepted me when I was Miss Nobody. And when I was that my stupid, silly self, and they still loved me. So I feel completely different when I'm there. And and we all are. Why me? I think all of us. And it's fine. But
Hmm.
why you do it, how you do it, and to what extent you do it. Does that help?
Yes.
You can still tell him, darling, I love you. And I'm still that crazy little Shweta for you. Don't get disappointed.
Mhm. Yeah.
The only difference is I'm not internally scared of being rejected or sidelined.
Yes. Thank you.
Most welcome. Love you. Bye. Okay, so today is the tutorials for level 4. I'll be posting the link in the premium group. Do join if you are already a participant or ex-participant of level 4, 5, and 6. Most welcome. We'll be working with the hurt in depth.